if I hear 631. You're talking about Billy the Kid?
Yeah, 10-4.
Oh, yeah, I hear Billy the Kid.
Okay, he was just saying something about he heard somebody. I couldn't make it out.
I hear you. I hear him. I hear 5-7. Hopefully I'm being heard on this antique flea market heavy metal radio.
Yeah, I think you're getting out pretty good, man.
All right, well, conditions are subject to change without any prior written notifications.
That's the usual. I'm sitting over here at Eagleville Shopping Center.
That works for me.
Yeah, it's like 400 feet. It's like 402.
That's really a 396.
Lost a couple.
Can we use key ups again?
No, you can't. Yes. No.
On the warm-up session, you can. If you do it after 8 o'clock, you're going to earn yourself a demerit.
Got the radio police out here?
That's right, there's the frequency cop. I hate this counter. I want to do this, but it works so well. One here's the back up.
Somebody's got to keep all you radio pirates in line, keep things under control during the roundup. Before and after the roundup, you do what you want. I'm just telling you what the rules are on the roundup, and key up tones and Roger beeps and echo will usually earn you a demerit.
Well, I'll turn it off.
Roger.
Testing conditions may apply.
Yeah, you got like 17 minutes that you can still use it.
I know, I gotta get it all out of my system. Whoa! Whoa!
I woke up this morning at 4 a.m. and I went into the office and I was listening to 21may25 and I heard, what's his name, 064 on there.
Of course you did.
That's what I was thinking, but you said it. You verbalized it, man. I might burn up this 4400, but you know what? I love the way this waveform was. Wow.
No, that's good stuff.
Yeah, we're definitely socking the KLOs here. It's like frequency almost 2 kilohertz off. Oh, you'd think that E.F. Johnson could make something that would last 70 years, but no.
I don't know, I've heard you talk about like the neutralization caps or something like that before. I haven't heard you mention them in a while, so I sounds like things are good.
I think back in those days when analog receivers and analog transmitters, that nobody really probably got all that hung up on frequency, you know? If you're in my pass band, I'm in your pass band, we're close enough on frequency that we can talk. Probably wasn't, I don't think it was as big as an issue.
Of course, the counter doesn't work half the time. Doesn't work most of the time.
Oh, you're up there now? All right, let me see.
Yeah, don't.
I'm gonna go past where you are because I'll end up down here again before you know it.
Yeah, I'm trying to zero beat on Dave and not Billy.
That is kilowatt out there, right?
No, it's Billy the Kid and 507. And countywide.
Yeah, Kilowatts out there. He's got a classic radio. Which radio is that?
We all got classic radios out here, man.
You got a squeal in there with you.
I've come to the conclusion that this Vipo is possessed by Beelzebub.
Is that a stock mic?
It can't be worse than the Vipo and the FT8 rig I was using.
Yeah, it don't sound like it, man. It sounds like a stock mic. It sounds like something's going wrong with it.
I'm on a classic heavy metal radio.
Audio's super low, like 10% modulation.
Classic heavy metal radio.
The signal's good. The signal's really good. I'm over here in the Eagleville parking lot. Eagleville,
That crept up.
It sounds good. The stuff is really low.
That's alright, I'm not too excited about it.
Talk for a bit.
Yeah, something's not quite right.
Oh, man.
That happens. The best of it.
I don't know. I think it's working. Just don't know how well.
I heard you the whole time. I used to you guys talking to this.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Or the kid? Alright, I guess this will do a lot better.
Plus some, yes, way a lot.
Alright, thank you. But it's what I usually run.
It's okay. You could make something up. No one will know the difference.
Yeah, you as well. Now, was that Billy the Kid out there?
What? 45 out there. What was it in the high five, man? I can tell now. Good evening, 507.
You sound like you're broadcasting in high five.
Yeah, good to hear you. You're doing really well. I mean, really well. Like, better than most of the time. I don't know if it's the band or what. There's no DX on here.
Well, take that to anybody on Classical Radio Roundup. We don't play music, do we? Well, this is a tune-up session.
There's a bunch of guys in there, by the way, 45, that probably don't hear you, but anyway, is that a tram Titan or G201?
Yeah, we're on a tune-up session. I guess I'll come back in on this radio. Come on. Hey, Temple. Alright, I'm stepping out.
Yeah, gotcha. D80. I have to look that one up. I think that's somewhere back. You know what? It's been 50 years. I don't know. Okay, well, it sounds good. Punchy signal. Let me check one thing. Hey, Billy.
Yo, my man.
Are you hearing 45 at all? That's the longest call that you can get on here. Are you hearing it?
Oh, 45. Go ahead, 45. I wasn't listening too well. No, I'm not hearing 245, but I see his carrier, and I see it bouncing up and down like crazy. But he's in there.
Yeah, the 45 hears you, but you don't hear him, Billy. He's down there, what was that, Fawn Grove, right on the Mason-Dixie line there west of me. I don't know, 30 miles, something like that. It's a long haul from you. And Billy's up there in near Phillipsburg, New Jersey, on a mountain there, in base station 45. Go ahead. Yeah, I hear you the same way. You're way up there. No problem at all. But the azimuth is way different for Billy. Billy's like 30 degrees from me. And for you, he's probably going to be like 38, 40 degrees, something like, going to be way off of my, if you're using a directional antenna. Yeah, well, for Billy, you got to go up. Got to be northeast, almost north. Well, depending on what you got, northeast will work fine. Yeah, that's a little further to the north. Well, he's probably almost 100 miles from you. 76 air miles from me.
Hey, 507.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I'm auditioning stuff to see what works. Anyway, there's a bunch of people in here. They're all tuning up, and they're going to start to roll out the roundup here at 45. So we'll be in here. Good to hear you. Honestly, I wouldn't know. There's other guys on here who would, though. Yeah, thanks for stopping in here, and you have the time. Check on back in there. There'll be a bunch of people going here. A great signal. Keeping that stuff alive. So thanks a lot, 45. 507, let me shut up.
507. Give me a holler here on this clarity here. Come on.
Believe it or not.
Clarity is perfect. There's no fuzz, no distortion. How's that?
Roger on that. That's kilowatt. Just checking out this radio for later on.
Yeah. Record those settings. That's pretty good. It sounds human.
Thank you very much. Kilowatt on till later.
Believe it or not, I was hearing 45 bits and pieces for a good little bit there, but then he faded way out and Dave, you came up.
I had probably an 80% copy on 45. He was just above my noise level, but he had good enough audio that I could pretty much mostly tell what he was saying.
Roger on the signal reports for 45. Well, he's not fooling around over there.
What?
Billy, you're hanging in there really good. I mean, there's solar disturbance. Apparently, that's got nothing to do with this. I guess it's something to do with a water tower somewhere in I don't know what town, some stupid town somewhere we're bouncing off.
Yeah, I don't know. Or like maybe there's like a loose bolt hanging off of some cell site or something, you know, that they tighten it up, we're done.
That's it right there. There's a loose bolt making a diode.
Yep.
Gotta watch out for them loose bolts, man, because if you run over a bump, that could hurt. Well, there's 3.5 minutes of the classic radio roundup where I'm going to shut up and let somebody like Pete do his thing.
Oh, I don't know how much of my thing I'm going to do. All I know is the thing is working, and that's enough.
Billy's hearing you. It's working.
Yeah, I got a copy on you there, countywide.
9999999. All right. Well, as long as you got a good copy on me over there, then it's doing something worthy.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's like one of the most classic radios that out here. You know, perfect.
It's a Chevrolet of ham transmitters in the 50s you got right there, Pete.
That's right. Everybody who was somebody had one and took it out and drove it around as a daily driver.
Sounds like it's got some flatulence, though.
I like the Cadillac, but they're too expensive.
I think the B&W, it's not necessarily a Cadillac. It's probably more like the Buick.
Excuse you.
Is that going out over the air? Transmitter's got flatulence. That's weird. What's doing that? I don't know. I have no idea what's doing that. Well, that's why we got Roundup warm-up session. We take care of our flatulence. Wow. Strange. I don't know what the heck that's all about. Well, it's part of Classic Radio Roundup. These things happen. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Seems to be gone now. He's got a tune on either side of the peak or the null.
I don't know what the heck's going on, but I hear you now.
What, you think I know what the heck's going on? I got it sitting right in front of me and I don't know what the heck's going on.
Sounds like spicy taco night.
Or at least the next morning.
Yeah, well, Taco Tuesday, Windy Wednesday.
Anyway, Pete, I'm gonna let you do your thing here. There's a bunch of people hanging out here, so let me shut the heck up. Nobody wants to listen to me.
Yeah, but there's no sandbagger tonight, so I'll do the best that I can with, what's available.
Roger.
On the Classic Radio Roundup. 27115 on the AM radio dial.
That's right.
We got 3 classic transmitters coming here, like really classic, like older than CB classic.
Yep, older than Class D Citizens Band radio itself.
That's right, there's no CB before September 1958. That was the future when these radios were minted.
It's good stuff. You don't get that too often.
You don't.
You might get one, even two, but three of them out on one night.
Three. Yes. Three.
You guys got your 6146s. I'm jealous, man.
6146 is modulated by 1625s in shove yank.
Pair of I got a pair of Taylor 6146s in here from RF Parts, and man, like they say, you should never exceed like 6 mils of grid current or whatever. Whatever, bro. I think I'm running 9 right now, and I need it because 5. I've been doing that for years too. So I don't know. For your information.
Well, I ain't got no advanced stuff like 6146 like you guys, but I got me a 4400 here, running 2400 volts, and the date code on the tube is something like June of 1962, and it's an iMac. And I think it works like it was just delivered here by Amazon today, but it wasn't.
You got that thing working, Dave. It's working.
I got the box here for the 1625s, and they were Aircraft Radio Corporation, mil spec, Army, Navy, accepted in July of 1944.
Yeah, they use those. The ARC-5, ARC-5s use those. Got one of those here, 1625s. And they made so many of those tubes because they thought WW2 was going to last another 4 or 5 years, so we could exterminate the Japanese. But we figured out a way not to do that. But libtards think it was evil.
What?
I got all kinds of issues. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is classic radio roundup. So maybe I'll have to go to the dummy load. What does that keep creeping from? I get weirdness going on.
I don't know, Pete. Maybe time to flip over to the other stuff. There's a bunch of people in here just waiting.
Something more reliable. I don't have to keep looking at and fiddling with. It works. Yay.
Bust out the super links or something. You know, like so all reliable.
Here, the Demco.
Yeah, the Zapco.
The Zapco's 8-ply tires sagging. And the guy drove all the way out from, where was he, like, stupid Michigan or somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere, like, he drove for days.
He drove for days to get keyed on. For pills or whatever. And he got keyed on. That's gotta hurt.
Oh, man.
That's better.
Yeah. We'll keep it in with the theme of the night. It's another predating Class D Citizens Band radio service. High-level plate modulated amplitude modulator.
Well, thank you for choosing the LMAC.
Nope. Sorry. I'm showing off my 6146s because there's a pair of them modulating and a pair of them RFing.
Oh. Man, you're a band bully. Well, why don't you got anything you call up people on here? I know there's people here who are hogging it, so let me shut up.
Now I got something reliable I can transmit with. I don't have to be distracted with fiddle with. Maybe I could get into some conversation on the classic radio roundup. Whoever's checking in. We'll do a welfare check on Wayne. Where's Wayne? Wayne, that's the time that you go get up off the couch, go over, pick up your microphone and say, I'm here.
I'm here. You know, add to though, Dave, that dude had to drive for days home with the smell of burnt resistors throughout that vehicle. Anyway, back to the classic radio roundup.
All the rod, off all the solder on the circuit board near the 2C 2879s. What do you have, 128 or some stupid, and half of them blew up, he said.
Think about all the combiner resistors that smoked that he had to smell.
Like, I just blew up $5,000 worth of 2879s because I talked a lot of crap online.
And then Concrete Man's just laughing, watching. Like, that's the best part.
I saw the smoke. Like, I'm glad I'm not involved in this crap. I'm looking from a distance. I know people who have been affected by that smoke, man. Their lives are ruined by that. Who knows? Zapco. I mean, he might not be around anymore.
Well, hopefully he's around, but yeah, that's got to have some nasty, just toxic chemical crap in there, huh? Are we hogging it?
Well, we're doing a call-up. Anybody want to check in here for Classic Radio Roundup? So we don't have to entertain anybody because we're stupid. Check in now.
Great channel break.
There you go. You got your breaker.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Tom, fellas. It's Sergeant Potato out here in my automobile on 76 eastbound on my way back home. And I'm a classic video tonight in the middle, but I've been listening to you guys since almost somewhere around Harrisburg. And good conversation anyway. Just wanted to say hello to you fellas because I know you haven't heard me for a few weeks.
All right. Well, Mr. Potato Head, you got a great signal down here near the Macy-Dixie line here. A few miles north of Delaware, Maryland. 507. Sounded great. And I apologize for anything you might have heard while you were monitoring.
No need to apologize, man. Keep up the good work, especially with the Demco radios. Yes, sir. All right, Sergeant Potato Head just wanted to jump in there and say howdy do to you fellows. Hopefully in another week to 10 days, my base station will be back up on the air. Just jabbing with you guys again. Alrighty, I'm back on the side listening. Sergeant Potato Head in the Red Duck Mobile, and I'm eastbound and down.
That signal, you don't need a base station. Billy, did you hear him?
I can tell he's there, but I can't quite hear the modulation.
I got a really good copy on the Sergeant Potato Head. He's getting better all the time. Rolling east on that 76. Spitfire 441. Somewhere around Pottstown.
I could just barely hear that on the station out there, man. so I'm sorry if I'm keying up with you. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. But this is not just the radio, of course. All right, I'm back on the side.
Yeah, you're getting out really well, but, you know, riding around mobile, there's all kinds of crap out there, man. Power lines and stuff. So you're doing great. Thanks for stopping in. 5-7.
Thanks, my friend. And it's not really a classic, but maybe it is to some extent. The Texas Star DX1200, and I'm back on the side.
I got one of those here, Tehar Star old Briggs, and it's got a great receiver, so don't knock it, and it sounds fine.
Yeah, but wait, the DX1600, the Sweet 16.
Oh, that's the Sweet 16 with 2879. Never had my hands on one, but I've heard about them.
Yeah, well, that's what you're hearing. Maybe it's a classic, maybe it's not. I kind of don't think so. But anyway, all right, have a good evening, fellas.
Hey, you came way up. I heard you in there that time. 631, waving a hand from Phillipsburg, New Jersey.
Get that, Potato Head?
Whoops, I dropped the mic. Yes, it is.
Yeah, 631 just gave you a call from way out in the distance. Do it again, Billy, a couple times.
Hey, Mr. Potato Head, 631, New Jersey, all the way out here, Phillipsburg, New Jersey. You're coming in now. You came up. I can hear you. That mobile's working well. 631, waving.
10-4 on the working well. I appreciate it, my friend. I just barely was copying you, and I got the last sentence pretty well as I was going across a bridge here. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, my friend. And once again, Sergeant Potato Head in the mobile. I'm back on the side, letting someone else talk. Jeez.
And there it is. Having fun on Classic Radio Roundup. Oh, man.
Sergeant Potato Head, I'm out here in Phillipsburg, New Jersey. If you copy, that's a good trip out here to Phillipsburg, New Jersey.
10-4 on the Phillipsburg, New Jersey. And there you go. That's second gear on the Sweet 16. So that's all there is, and there ain't no more. Have yourself a good evening, man. I was able to copy you out here by mile marker 312. Not exactly sure what town I'm near. All right, talk to you, fellas.
All right, Sergeant Potato Head, 631, Sweet 16 is working.
Thanks for stopping by. Pete, we need some organization here, man.
You're doing just fine without me.
No, I don't ever want you to say that.
Yeah, you're doing just fine. You're handling the traffic. You're making the connections. Make a talented net controller.
Stop it. Don't do that. The Chinese people are already spying on me.
Now you got to put up a call for mobiles. Mobiles are only QRP stations, portable, or otherwise not on commercial means.
It's all you, Pete. 5-7. I'm going to shut up.
Well, I think it's all of us. You can't have a Classic Radio Roundup without rounding up a bunch of different radios.
Where was that guy at in the mobile there?
Out on the turnpike somewhere west of me, from what I gather.
Oh, he said he was around Harrisburg, but I wasn't sure. Anyway, I moved this beam around a little bit better. I hear 631 coming down here from Jersey. I go a lot better. Old 45 standing by.
Yeah, hey 45, that move of the beam made it way better. I could just hear you before. I hear you really well now, so you two should be able to make the trip because you really came up quite strong there, 45. Yeah, he said he started listening to us around Harrisburg and was heading east on 76 from there, so I don't know, mile marker 321 is where he said he just passed. 441, the countywide radio on Classic Radio Roundup.
Good evening there, Radio Roundup.
Roundup.
Good evening.
And then I think there was another break. Hello, Rooster. Hello, JR. Was there another break? Whoever that is, like, you barely have audio. It sounds like you're talking through a kazoo and it's very light.
I'll take that break. I'm standing by listening.
Hiya, Wayne.
Hi, Pete.
Is that you in there, Rooster? Countywide.
Radio.
JR in there. Gang's rolling. We've been keeping things hot here on the Classic Radio Roundup with far and wide contacts in the lower southeastern Pennsylvania area.
I hear a bunch of them out there.
Hey, 631. Do you hear 45 now that he turned his beam?
Give me some audio, 45.
Yeah, up there, 631. I believe he said the number was. Oh, 45. Put it up your way.
Yeah, your carrier is decent here, but just you're like mixing up with my noise level. I can't tell what you're saying.
Hey, 10-4. Yeah, you're kind of up and down, too. You were talking to that guy in the mobile. I had a real good copy of it. It just might be the way the conditions are changing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I can't make you out, but I could definitely see you there. You're moving my meter here. Just can't quite pull you out.
Hey, 10-4. No biggie. I was sitting back here on the side. Copy the mail.
Well, if it's any consolation there, 45, you came up from marginal to easy copy to me here in Pottstown, 441.
If I ever get this lightning 6 straightened out, that's going to be a breeze. It's so much fun working on antennas, putting them up, taking them down, moving this, measuring it again. Yeah, I have to do that here myself. Horribly adjusted, believe it or not. Really expert. All my jumpers for the side train. Flowers sounding better. I don't know what the answer is, but you're working. That's a really good thing to be heard all the way up in Phillipsburg, New Jersey from out there. Yeah. I would aspire to have a signal like that. That's great.
45 is fluttery. It's like scatter something. I don't know. It looks like CW on my waterfall.
That was a triple. I heard nothing. I was just making a map here, but I'm not sure where that is. I don't know what the next largest city is that's close to it.
Phillipsburg is like east of Easton, Pennsylvania, and go east of that, and that's where Phillipsburg is. Yeah, you made a world of difference up here to me, 45, and I think if you keep just going the same direction past me is where you wind up with Billy.
I got like a real fluttery signal on 45. Like his carrier is real. It's like scatter. Like it looks like CW on my waterfall.
Yeah. All the terrain is gonna muck up. I mean, when everything is right or some plane goes over, it'll be S5. Man, that's a long haul. That's a long haul. That's great that you can even do it marginally. Eventually, you guys will get it working. This is Pete's fault. Pete.
What's my fault? Like, I'll take credit, but it's not my fault.
The Democrats Democrats are blaming you for corrupting everyone on TV radio.
Well, I didn't know I had the kind of influence. I mean, I know I could corrupt some, but I didn't know I had the ability to corrupt everyone.
You have to be careful. You never know how much influence you have.
I just influenced people to buy hollow state radios and restore them and put them on the air. Nothing beats an amplitude modulated high level plate modulator. Best sounding radio wave transmission designed by man.
Yeah, but back when that transmitter was designed, men were men.
Yeah, and they believed in not plastic knobs, not cheap off cast knobs, but machined, I don't know, aluminum, I guess they are. I never did check. They polish up like aluminum, so I'm going with it. Machined with and knurled knobs. Not something stamped, not something poured and cast, not something plastic and cheesy, but went on a lathe and was manufactured by somebody.
That's right. It's World War II. We just won World War II, and everything's going to be cast iron or stamped steel. It's going to be really heavy. And if you don't like it, you can meet me after the shift and out in the parking lot.
Didn't at like some point there was like some famous court case or something that said that like companies have to do what's in the best interest of their shareholders, like no matter what, and that's like around the time when that change kind of happened.
That's a slippery slope, stupid judicial ruling by people who don't understand the function of judiciary. But I'm not going to get into that here. Nobody wants to hear this crap.
There was definitely a point though when they stopped building things to last.
No, they stopped building things to last when Henry Ford told his engineers to go to the junkyards and look at the old cars that were junked. And let's see what actually failed on those. And let's put enough of that in our new cars so we can sell somebody a new car every 5 years. That goes way back.
That's crazy.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
You're crazy, Jim.
How you doing, Dave? Billy the Kid, I hear you. I do. And whoever else is in here this evening.
You got a big signal here.
Hey, I opened the door, waved my hand first, and the co-founding member of the Classic Radio Roundup just gets completely ignored. All right.
Well, you were a mud duck. I couldn't hear you over everybody else. 44?
I'm a mud duck? Oh, man.
Good evening, Pete. Pete who?
Yeah, okay. All right. I know this game.
Oh, Jim, I don't know what the heck you're doing over there. I think your line voltage is high, though.
Yeah, they gave me a couple extra volts there tonight, so I'm taking advantage of it, putting it to use.
Yes, you are.
What?
What?
And you and Billy can hear each other. That doesn't happen all the time.
What the?
This signal is large here, man.
Yeah, Billy, you're not doing bad either. I hear you in the greatest of ease tonight.
Hey, in new CB radio parlance, I'm running barefoot.
Hey, I think you're a little bit stronger than Pete here, actually.
Oh, wow, that's hard to believe. He got a pretty clear shot at you. I got to go through this mountain. The doggone mountain's in my way again.
Hey, I'm just running barefoot tonight.
Yeah, Pete's right at S7, and you're like just under an S9.
Ooh, doggy.
Yeah, you got any footage of that, Billy? I can send it to Jim. That doesn't happen all the time. Variable long-haul conditions.
Yeah, I'm recording now. Go ahead.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you. It must be in good condition tonight. I don't know. Maybe the rain did some good. Getting through and over and under and whatever the deal is. But, yeah, Billy, I hear you great, too. You're easy hearing. Usually I have to really put my ear to it, but no worries tonight.
Well, just for comparison purposes for the currently running video gate, see if this does anything for my receive signal. It's 631 QTH from the 441 volcano crater.
Oh, Petey fired it up now.
Uh-oh.
Nice. All right, I'm going to send it to Dave. I'll send it to you too, Pete.
Roger, 10-4. Now I'll go back to the point where I'm pretty sure I won't blow things up. Oh, man.
Frequency measurement. Okay, thank you.
Why don't you key up so I can check my I'll zero beat on you?
All right. 10 cycles off. 0 beat on this. You're good here. I don't know why, but
Yeah, I zero beat it. I was off a little bit, but I think I'm really close within 10 cycles of your 10 cycles.
yeah, good job.
I could probably put myself on frequency now. It's just starting to warm up enough where it doesn't drift like crazy. Because look, I'm still up here. But I was planning on getting off the air in about 2 minutes here because I had to go to bed.
Yeah, you're good, man.
You're certainly close enough. I did checked you on the scope, and you might be just a touch high, but not really.
Well, I mean, that's kind of my style.
Just a touch high.
I think he says you're just touched.
Oh, man. The horror. Yeah, the first time I ever got a tube, like a big CB tube amp, a 3000, man. I did go down to Florida. Speaking of that.
Yeah, down to 55. This is what you got to do, Billy.
Come on, Billy. Let's go tune that thing up. We're sitting in the back of the Suburban in Florida heat, and the 3000 box is blowing freaking however many degree air on us while we're like loading it up to max, like tuning it up. We're both sweating. He's like, "Oh, jump in the pool, Billy. Get in the pool." It's like, I don't have a bathing suit. He's like, "It's all right, Billy."
Did I mention that you don't need any hair?
Yeah, right.
You're going to be bald after this. But if you go to the Egg Harbor Key Down, you find out all the winters are completely bald.
Yeah, man. Look at Tony, Fat Boy Tony, man.
I don't get it. I still got a full head of hair, but I don't do that key down stuff. I'm in my basement.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's how I went bald, was just driving around with, that way too much unfiltered.
99999.
It could be. Anyway, Pete, we need some direction here.
You're asking me for guidance and leadership? All right. Well, I'll do the best that I can for some kind of leadership and guidance here. Classic Radio Roundup. Where Glow on Glass has class. Who's checking in? County wide.
Well, I'll take a little opportunity to check out, and I'll see you guys later. I gotta go to bed. 631 around New Jersey. I'll see. I know this is illegal, but see you later.
Billy.
See you later, Billy. Good to hear you in there.
Yeah, good night, Billy. Yeah, sounding really good tonight. Sounding choice. I'm doing a good trip from your way. I mean, you're just as strong as Dave is here. I'm like, I must be right in the middle of you two. You're both equally strong to me. So there's that. Good night. Thanks for playing radio. Classic Radio Roundup.
Yeah, the band is not screwed up between Billy and the rest of the world tonight. Doesn't always happen.
Nah, both of you are like S9 to me tonight.
You telling me I'm asinine?
Well, you're Gessinine.
Guess it. What are you, Italian?
No, there's no Italian to me. I'm completely Anglo-Saxon. Anglo-Saxon. You look up Anglo-Saxon in the dictionary, you'll get a picture of me.
To look up anything online, I'm not sure it's really true anymore.
Well, look in printed books then. Forget about what's online.
Yeah, the old encyclopedia or thesaurus. Thesaurus. How many times can you say thesaurus? Thesaurus, thesaurus, thesaurus.
Can't even say it once, not going to try. But yeah, oh yeah, every house that was a house in our age growing up, there was a set of encyclopedias with appendixes for every following year that you bought your original set of encyclopedias.
And what if all the information you read was just as warped as what you see today? Just imagine. You think that old information was all accurate and true. But then you find out that it's just as bad as what we have now.
No, it had to be true. It had to be true. It was printed on paper and put in a book form.
Yeah, we had Chrome. Remember Chrome?
Chromebook.
Not that crap. I'm talking about chromium. Chromium plated bumpers, man. Fat, Dumb, and Happy, the 50s.
Oh, real triple plated chromium chrome. Oh yeah. I had this really cool chopper that I built, 1952 Triumph 650 with chrome engine covers, and it was stretched and raked a little bit, and it had a chrome Springer front end on it, and the gas tank and the frame was kind of molded with judicious. Say that one 3 times fast. Use of Bondo, but it really came out cool because it was all smooth, no sharp corners, metal flake purple, dude.
And you had to spread some tetraethyl lead out there in the atmosphere, or you just weren't happening with compression.
Complete with Maltese cross rear view mirrors and a Maltese cross stoplight.
You know, Pete, I think you're scaring people off. You need another call up.
Yeah, it's not hard. People want to get in. They know where to find us, and they know how to get on a Classic Radio Roundup, don't y'all?
Yeah, that's right. You just key up and say, hey.
Howdy.
Howda.
Where'd 123 go?
Oh, was he in here? I missed him.
Yeah, he was up Trooper. Is that right? No, that's wrong. Eagleville. He was up Eagleville somewhere at a shopping center.
Well, if he would have took 2 steps to the right, he'd be in Trooper.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I guess he was technically claiming Eagleville.
What the heck are you doing up there, Jim?
Getting the rain off the antenna. It got wet today.
You know what? It works better like that.
I guess. I'm hearing everybody pretty good. That's all right. You know, the weather. It's a weathery antenna. It's a fair weathery antenna, actually. It don't work so good in sunshine. It works better in the rain.
It's like good solid rain on your antennas, like antenna wax.
Well, I'm not going to argue with results.
Some other things Dave was saying there, Bagger was saying there the other night. You guys were coming up with all this silliness for CB sales of ointments.
Oh yeah, SWR spray. Got to have your antenna wax. Some relative bearing grease never hurt when you got a beam antenna.
Lithium antenna wax.
How about lithium ion? No. Yeah, lithium ion relative bearing grease.
Sodium establishmentarianism wax.
That sounds too much like the military stuff there.
SWR prevention spray.
Was there somebody else in there trying to get in there? Oh well, I thought I heard somebody.
There was a how about. How about what? You still there? How about?
Can you hear me in Bethlehem?
I hear you in Bethlehem. Who's that in Bethlehem? I feel like I know the voice, but who are you?
Okay, I think is that Rooster.
No, this is Spitfire. 441 is Spitfire on the Classic Radio Roundup.
Okay, yeah, it's the old Sandman up here on the Barefoot Radio.
Roger there, Sandman. Oh, Sandman, I got a copy on you here. Somewhere around Pottstown on the Classic Radio Roundup. Yeah, I remember talking to you before. I just couldn't remember your handle. So, welcome back to the Classic Radio Roundup.
Alrighty, Spitfire. Yeah, I was gonna switch to my other antenna. Maybe I'll hear you boys a little better. I gotta go do that, but alrighty, we'll get back with you. Thanks for coming back.
All right there, Sandman. Well, you're doing it all right here. Yeah, I got a little bleed over myself slightly, but you're making it through it all just fine. And proof is on the video gate. Sandman, we'll catch you later on another antenna, hopefully. 441 to Spitfire on this Classic Radio Roundup. This heavy metal transmitter.
You working Steve's radio tonight?
I started out with it, but it was doing weird things.
Alright, I was just wondering because that sounded totally different from what I remember hearing about it.
That's a 160 radio, if you ask me. I think it's just happy just to stay on 160.
You kind of took a dippy. You fell off and then you came back, just to let you know.
Yeah, this the excitation knob on this transmitter is a little touchy sometimes. So you gotta ride it. Sometimes things go down, sometimes things go up. Drive pot could probably do a good bit of deoxit spray.
That stuff's always good to have around, especially with the classic stuff there, you know.
Yeah, but at least it was all made to be serviced and cleaned, you know. And I'm sure all this old crap that we're using, probably the guys who designed and built it probably didn't expect it to last that long.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
You think they expected their equipment being in use 70 years later?
Some of the guys did. Some of that old tube stuff, yeah. I think they meant it to do that.
Well, I'm sure they're up there in heaven looking down and pleased that the stuff that they made 70 years ago is still going strong.
They were not thinking about somebody dancing around in a pink tutu going, Breaker 19.
Can I get radio check? Oh, this was for the next thing to professional radio. Amateur radio worldwide.
The old pink tutu.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Collect any other color besides pink?
Well, folks, I'm going to meander on upstairs and see if there's something left for leftover. Get a bite, then fade on into the sunset. But I'll be listening. 5-7. Thank you. And good night, Pete. If I don't talk to you, good luck. Good luck on your trip and all that. And Jim will be talking to you.
Good night, 507.
Train. Hey, man. Thanks for stopping by. Talk to you later.
Catch you later, 507. Good to hear you. As always, catch you again. Sooner than you think, probably.
Good night, 507. Good radio fun as always, and thanks for the well wishes. We'll try to keep the dirty side down and the shiny side up.
Roger, right on. Thank you, and good night.
I guess Badger didn't make it in there tonight, huh? He said he was, he didn't know if he was or not. That's right, he left already, didn't he? He's heading up yonder.
Did you say Badger or Bagger?
Bagger, I hope I said.
Yeah, Bagger's up north.
Good evening.
Hello, Mike, and I also heard the train waving my hand.
Hello, JR. Hello, Pete. Hello, Mike. Train. I'm organizing a few things, and I'll be right with you.
10-4, night train. Good evening.
I don't want to hear any reports that we have a drought.
Yeah, not for at least the next 6 months anyway.
I mean, they used to say this in July, July, hottest month, oh, we're in a drought. But not in May, April.
Not when it's rained as much as it's rained in late April, most of May.
They tell me we got more rain coming tomorrow. Yeah, we have a few days yet. Well, it sounds like classic radio roundup's a little bit quiet tonight.
I don't know. I thought it's been consistently busy since 7:30-ish. Video Gate can bear that out.
I got in here a little late tonight. Well, better late than never, right?
Yeah, me too, man. But I had things to do and stuff to do.
I'm in here too. I'm listening. Now that my antenna's matched up right.
Somebody got you all under control there, Wayne?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 came over, and Skyrider was here with his VNA, and we made sure it was matched up right, and then put it back up.
When was this there, Wayne?
I'm not sure. It was like 3 weeks ago.
Was that the day that I came over, or no?
Yeah, it was the day you came over, yeah.
Oh, all right. I thought this was just real recent.
Yeah, boy.
can hear them?
Yeah, my matches right now, it's like 1-to-1. I'm okay. Everything is good.
Bite Buster says he hears you.
Yeah, Bite Buster said he hear you there, Wayne.
I have I turned my heat exchanger off, and I still have like an S5 noise level. So, sorry about that, Bite Buster. I can't hear you.
I have very little noise tonight. Most times I have at least 3 pounds, but that's what he's giving me. So,
I don't know why I still have an S5 noise level. That's like unacceptable.
It's probably because it's noisy out.
Bite Buster says he's got less noise than usual, and that's why he can hear Wayne.
I can hear him on sideband. I just can't hear him on AM here.
Well, he hears you, so anything you say can and will be held against you by the Bite Buster.
Roger.
Well, I'll try not to make it personal.
He's over there taking notes, is what you say now.
Bite Buster, we've been missing you for a little bit, man. Where you been hiding? Yeah, I was up north a couple states, so that's where I've been. Yeah, poor. Pete, I understand you're getting ready to jump on the iron horse.
Yeah, I'll be going through a few states myself.
Where you headed, man?
Oh, ultimately, Oregon.
Oh, wow, that's nice. I want you to be careful here.
10-4, Roger. Well, listen out, when I'm going through Idaho, we seem to have a pipeline to Idaho, so me and my 2-wheel mobile may be hollering with our 4 watts.
You better dress warm.
Kind of looks that way.
You better dress warm, I'm telling you.
No, I heard you. You know, the best I could hope for is the high in the 50s for a few days.
I'll tell you what, man, I needed a coat on out in my backyard today.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be like in Michigan and Wisconsin and Minnesota.
It got snow.
Who did? Minnesota?
My daughter lives in Michigan. She said it was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, hopefully next week it's warmer.
Well, I don't know. Are you camping out or you're hotel bound?
Well, it kind of really depends how cold it's going to be.
Yeah, like I said, you better bring a heavy duty blanket. Hey, you better carry some long johns. There it is.
Pair of mittens. That's what you're gonna need. Pair of mittens.
Yeah, and a ski mask with just the eye holes cut in the face.
Hey, who's going with you?
Me, myself, and I.
So you're going vagabond.
That's right.
Electric socks and a heated vest. I remember when we were up in Canada riding on those snowmobiles, they had heated handle grips, man. Some things actually would get too hot and you had to turn the volume down.
My Harley's got heated hand grips just like that.
You got them?
10-4.
Roger that. Yeah, that's great. My snowblower has those heated hand grips.
Well, that's kind of nice on a snowblower.
Oh, yeah, but you tend to sweat if you're wearing gloves. How about that?
I can always loosen up my clothing. It's a lot harder to get warm.
what radio are you using for classic radio roundup?
Parker and Williamson 5100 Bravo heavy metal transmitter. Let's start it out with yours for the first hour.
You missed the boat again, Train.
Oh, no, don't tell me that he had it on the air before I came in.
I had it on the air before you came in.
Yeah, what he said.
He probably tries to put it on when I'm not around, JR.
Well, he said, you know, he wanted to put on before that senior citizen came in here and heard it.
The tuning here is a little bit flaky. It was much happier down there on the longer wavelengths.
He was getting his flowers while I wasn't around.
I tell you, it's easier to tune up and seems to work better this far on 160 meters than 11.
Yeah, you said on 11 it's a little finicky, but that's almost understandable, though.
Yeah, but on 160 it was set it up, everything right, everything dialed in perfect, sounded great.
Yep, it's easier down there. Well, that's kind of where that's where its home is, you know. That's what you got it all set up for, so it kind of feels more comfortable down there than up here.
Gets to stretch its legs on those really long wavelengths.
So how did it sound, JR?
It sounds better than you do now.
Well, give me a little chance for these tubes to warm up. I'll just turn this on.
Well, yeah, you just asked. I'm just telling you. It sounds good. I like it. I like the way it's down 160. It really sounds good. Up here, he has to feather it out there, but yeah, sounds good.
Well, we can say one statement truthfully, it's not boofy.
Not boofy, baby.
No, nowhere near boofy.
This thing warm enough to talk now?
You can always talk. You know, I don't know how warm's it got to be before you talk. You got a thermometer on there?
Well, I just switched radios because the high gain has a narrow receive, and yeah, so I just went on and. I should just let it marinate a little while before I keyed up. Hey, Buster, you hear me all right up there?
Yeah, I got a good copy.
Hey, Roger, all right. I guess it's all right. Anything new, JR? I guess the yard was too wet to be working in, huh?
Well, that's kind of what I was going to ask you. Because I heard you mention, you said you were out in your backyard today. And I'm thinking, what's he doing out there? Yeah, I didn't do nothing outside. I did a little running around this morning. And the rest of the stuff I did was inside. So, yeah, outside was a no-show for me.
No, I just went out there and walked across the yard and took some measurements. I was on the phone with a carpenter, and I got my measuring tape out. I went across. It was cold out there, man.
Well, you're right. I had to wear a jacket. I definitely did that. I wasn't. When I went out to the bank, I got to put a jacket. I walked back in and, no way, man. I got to get me a jacket.
That's right. Fool around and catch a chill.
Be a man.
Hey, there's the man. What a bunch of skirts. Nah, man. You got to watch it when you get old, man. You fool around and wake up dead.
Well, I'm dead?
Yeah, man, I'm dead.
Well, when you're dead, we could quit talking about you.
That's right. What's going on, Gingerbread? What's going on, Rooster?
Night train. Not much. Well, nothing to complain about.
Damn, boy.
Were you outside today there, Rooster?
Train forward. If you're not a night train, there can't be nothing wrong.
Getting nowhere.
Knight in shining armor.
Yeah, fish and shining scales. I like that.
You're fishing.
Nobody else knows what we're talking about, but yeah, that's one that's going to stick with you, I think.
Yeah, I think you will.
It's like summertime didn't even get here yet.
It looks like it's having a little trouble breaking through.
Well, it's starting to be 90 degrees.
That is correct. What did they say about tomorrow?
Rain.
All day, or just a little in the morning, and what? I mean, what are they talking? Anybody know?
No, I don't.
It's supposed to be heavy tonight, then it eases off tomorrow.
Yeah, Roger. I sure hope that we do get a break somewhere in there.
The party's this Saturday.
What? What's his name?
JD.
Up there on the farm?
Yeah, 10-4 up there at Blue Mountain.
Hey, Roger, who are you going out with, Rooster?
Just me and the wife are going that I know.
Hey, Roger.
Saturday's going to be nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Rooster, when you get a chance, send me the coordinates. 10-4?
You want his address? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Party starts at 2.
All right, that's even nicer.
High at 59, and the sun will be out. Partly cloudy, though.
Night train.
Yes, sir.
You know MacArthur Avenue or 145 out of Allentown?
No, not really, Rooster.
No, okay.
No, when I go up that way, I'm using GPS. I don't know nothing except 100, 309, and 29. Yeah, those three they ring bells.
So you're not familiar with 145 going up to Lee Heighton or Jim Thorpe?
No, but I've been up there before, but I don't know the routes and all that kind of stuff. No, sirree. Man, I barely know the ones that's down here, 23, 100, and, 663, and, yeah, I only know a few things up this way. 10-4?
Yeah, you know where Lehigh Valley Mall is?
No, but I know where the Bethlehem, I forget the name of that hotel, the one in the middle where the Eagles go when they, in Lehigh Valley for the scrimmage games, because I wallpapered the lobby. Roger?
Oh, is that the one there in Old Bethlehem?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the staircase next to it that goes down to, I think, the river or the canal.
And now I don't remember, but I just remember working in there, and I was in the elevator, and all these guys with black and white stripes, they was big guys, and they were in the elevator with me, and the elevator was going up, and I didn't know who they were or what they were. I said, what are you guys, some type of high school umpires or referees, or they said we're in the NFL. And that door couldn't open fast enough.
Yeah, just different letters, I guess. Yeah.
be in Old Bethlehem there.
I've been to Neutral Pulley before. I've been to Lehighton before. Is it up that way?
You ever got 145 off of 22 there?
I've been on 22, but I can't remember 145. The reason why I remember 22 because it's like an old trucker's route.
Yeah, well, that's MacArthur Avenue is 145.
All right, and it's up that way?
Hey, get off there, you go all the way up till you go over there, but as soon as you go over the river, make a right. It's really easy how to get there, but yeah, you get off there at 145 or MacArthur Avenue, go up towards Lehighton, and when you go over the river, take the next right, man, and you go up that road about 3-4 miles, and you make a left, and there it is.
Damn, but you do have a real address for me to key in my GPS, right?
Oh, I'll get it for you, and I'll ship it to you.
10-4.
Hey, Train,
Yes, sir.
I need you to do me a favor when you get up there.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. I don't want you to do that, but when you get up there, you get them all together, line them up, and take one of them photos there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah, so you can get yourself a chuckle.
Well, no, yeah, I just want to see who's all there. I probably don't know half of these guys.
No, you gonna chuckle, Timber.
I know the wife is.
You look at them.
That's what she's going to say. Look at that. All radio operators.
Oh, man. They should go to the White House. They should go to the White House. Represent the country.
Oh, man. Yeah, I just thought of that. I figured while you were out there, I figured you'd do that, and that will give her a good chuckle.
Damn, Lord.
Hey, the last time I was up there, Sparky stopped by.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in probably 3 years now.
That's probably when I was up there last.
All right, yeah. I don't know what went down. I didn't want to speculate. 10-4.
10-4, his wife and kid were along with him.
Roger that. Yeah. Yeah, man. How about you? You by yourself or what?
Well, I'm not going up.
You're not going up?
I got stuff to do, man.
Places to go and people to kill?
Yeah, that's it.
Damn, Lord. JR, it's only 9:04, man. It means that Classic Radio Roundup is quiet tonight.
Yeah, I think that's what's it's going to be real quiet. I don't know why. Cause they say, well, I missed it. I came in late, so like 1, 2, 3, and them guys were in here. There's a few other ones, but I don't know who they were. Because I wasn't here listening to them. I got in late.
Yeah, we're going to have to get, I know what it is. It's cold and miserable out there, so chances are 1, 2, 3 ain't going to be jumping around.
It's raining.
That's right. That's miserable.
Yeah, being out there in the car and all that, and windshield wipers slapping out of tempo, and 1, 2, 3's trying to keep the tempo with the radio or something like that.
Well, that's not everybody, though.
Well, and Goosey, he's out in the mobile, too. I don't know if he showed up tonight.
Well, I showed up tonight.
Yeah, but you're not in the mobile.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I do believe that's what we were talking about, though. The ones in the mobile, out there in the rain. You're on the base, so you're not getting all wet.
Yeah, I was saying, who cares? I'm here now. It's now. In the moment.
And who cares who else isn't in there? Let's talk about who is in here. Oh, listen to him. He's all up in himself there. How you doing, Skippy? Well, how's it going? Not too bad. Not too shabby at all. It's going all right. Yeah, how you enjoying this lovely weather out there? I'm enjoying it. It's not bothering me at all. Been inside, so my mindset was already inside, so it didn't bother me at all. Now, if my mindset was outside, I was focused out there, then it would. So right now, it's not bothering me at all. Hey, Roger. Yeah, you're sounding good tonight. What are you on? I am on the Cobra 139 XLR Japan Turner Super Sidekick and the Fat Boy 4 old school Toshiba.
Skippy came in here all dressed up, man. He's ready.
You betcha. Came in here with his suit and tie and his polished up shoes. Yeah, you playing the role.
Come out with the classics, all buffed out, waxed up, shined, and clean.
Yeah, man. You might as well start speaking proper English as well.
Oh, hello, everybody. I don't know who's all in there. I just kind of got in here and teed it up.
Hello there, Skippy.
Hello, Skippy from your countywide radio.
Right. Hello, Night Train and Spitfire. It's always nice to hear you guys in there. What happened to Sandbagger?
Sandbagger is on a boating trip this Classic Radio Wednesday, so it's up to all the rest of us to keep Classic Radio Roundup alive tonight.
I gotcha. Well, that's alright. We have no problem doing that.
Yeah, life can't all be radios. We can do most of it, but we got to put some time in for some other stuff once in a while.
What's everybody else running for tonight?
Parker and Williamson, 5100 Bravo. Big old glow-on-glass heavy metal transmitter from 1952.
Yeah, that one I'm not familiar with at all.
It's made right here in Bristol, Pennsylvania.
And that radio could have probably been your father.
Father's father.
That could have possibly been my grandfather. What'd you say that was? A 50, 57 or something like that? No. I forget what you said that was.
These were made between 52 and 54. Train's transmitter was 55 to 57.
That's because I'm a 57.
Well, there you go. You can have a transmitter as old as you are. Run it right here on Classic Radio Roundup.
Hanging for.
Now, what are you running, Night Train?
I'm on the sonar. That's 2340.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's got that loud sonar sound.
Is it extra loud? Should I turn it down a wee bit underneath for the microphone?
It's not a bad loud. It's just, your sonar and lightning rod sonar are both always like one of the louder tube radios.
It's loud for you, Train, but it's not loud for what's out there.
Say, Roger, I know what it is. There's that Shove Yank audio section.
Yeah, Shove Yank's always good.
Is that what they call that? Shove yank? I thought it was push pull.
That's right, Shove Yank.
I could turn it down a little bit, just a little bit of Scotia wee bit.
You turn.
What, is that something like in and out?
You turn yours down. I'll turn mine up.
I ain't gonna change a thing.
I can't find my screwdriver.
I guess you ain't gonna change a thing either.
Oh, I can usually change my thing. Just grab it. Ooh. I really changed it a little too much. Yeah. Change that thing.
Oh, now you want to start puffing black smoke out of the back of that thing.
He's making a mess.
It's got some audio.
That's too much audio. But anyhow, yeah, I'll talk quieter if that'll help you guys.
Now you sound like the train I know, 10-4. That's where you like to be.
I like to be on this heavy metal Snowman Memorial transmitter.
10-4. Yeah, Pete. So, yeah, so 557 is gonna wait until you get back, he says.
Yeah, well, that's probably a good plan. You know, no point in rushing things, and you're not ready to accept all of it running anyway, so I'll get a hold of him, set it up here together with the two pieces, and then come over a Wednesday or Sunday evening, and you can operate it on 160 meter.
I think you're conspiring behind my back with a secret clandestine plan to get that stuff in your possession, and then I don't never get to see it.
Well, you'll get to see it, but then getting it out of here again is a whole nother story. Once I have that pair together.
See what I'm saying, JR?
Well, I don't know. I think he's you're going to see it, and your wife's going to see it. That's the thing you got to worry about.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want to set it up over here in that in the shed. So I ain't really ready yet either, Pete.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'll give you time to get your reception depot, as it were, all squared away, ready to receive the goods.
We came a little ways since the last time you and I talked.
Well, I've come a long ways. I've had it on 11 and 160 meters, not with its, final receiver, but once that receiver's hooked up to it, I bet the thing would be fun to run.
Well, since then we got the sheetrock and the insulation inside of that shed.
As long as you make provisions for coax.
Did he see that receiver yet, Pete?
I've seen pictures. I don't think he's seen it in person.
557 sent me pictures as well as Pete.
That thing's nice. I got to tell you what. That's a sweet piece.
Yeah, it looked like to me that it belonged in a submarine underneath of the water, and there'd be an operator with headphones on, and you know what I'm saying.
Well, see, you're all ready for the duration when that thing comes over there. That's where old train's going down. You might need to be in the submarine.
You look at him.
That thing was in the command post somewhere. General had that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was important, too. I wonder what frequencies and things that he listened to when he was on that.
General Eisenhower himself could have listened to that radio receiver. Well, it all depends on where they were for theater of operations and who they wanted to talk to. It's the same thing, like ground units, armored units, aviation units. They all got their groups of frequencies.
Yeah. And then you had the secret guys listening to everything, trying to pass information along. Interpreters.
Oh, yeah, because everything was sent out in code.
Yeah, you had to try to unscramble it. He said, I said, you said, that she said, he said. And you unscramble that.
All I know is she's always right.
You did a good job on that.
The answer to the wife would be, what do you mean? I've always had this thing.
That's right. Yeah, well, I don't know if you knew about it, Pipe Buster, man, but I bought a a yellowbird in here one time, and I took the cover off of the thing to try to hide it a little bit, you see. Took the cover off and hid the cover somewhere, maybe under the bed or wherever I put it. And the baby seen the yellow knobs. She's like, Mommy, did Daddy put those little yellow knobs on that radio? Or did he get a new radio?
Spoiled again.
Oh, busted, man.
Yeah, kids are famous for doing that kind of stuff.
When I came home, the yellow cover and everything was out in the open. All the rest of the radio was there to put back together again. You can't hide.
Well, I'm just fixing it for a friend.
No, I was busted. It was so funny because she was like maybe 4 or 5 years old. She's like, Mommy, did Daddy put them little yellow knobs on that radio? That was it.
Listen, I had a guy that he liked to collect cars, so he says, and he had to sneak them onto his property, and he would put them in between the shacks, like he had these small outbuildings, and he would hide them in between there for a couple months, and then he would gradually, push it out a little bit. It would become, part of the scenery.
That's funny, man. Ain't that kind of like an elephant hiding behind a tree?
Yeah, and I said, how could your wife not see you coming in with this thing? Oh, I did it at nighttime.
What about the guys who sneak out to go to the bar on their tractor, and come home with the tractor?
That's too funny.
Honey, I'm gonna just leave this tractor up by the road. It look a little stuck. And then nighttime, that tractor go down the highway. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody say, oh, I see that guy all the time.
Yeah, he uses his tractor to come to the pub.
And they'll be saying, what did that guy lose his license? Then he got to drive the tractor.
Easier to get that rascal off of the property than it is to start that truck up. Show yank, baby.
I'll be back.
Saying fool.
Any Joker in there this evening yet?
He will probably come in before the night is over. Joker usually pop in. That's how he works.
$123 was in there earlier, up in Eagleville. I think that's where he said he was, and then he disappeared.
It's cold and miserable out there. He's usually in the mobile, so I don't blame him if he went indoors.
And Goose pulled his antenna down, so unless he's in his mobile, you're not hearing from him.
Yeah, I kind of miss Goose.
I still hear from him, but he's in the mobile nowadays.
Yeah, it's like brief. It's nothing like what it used to be, when he gets in there and say, Raji.
Wait.
Hey, there's, go ahead there. Bring her.
Hey, what's going on? 241, natural high.
Hey, natural high night train waving at you right back. How you doing, man? You sound nice and strong tonight.
Yeah, I hear you, but
maybe some raindrops behind on your transmission, and everybody's been sniffing. Well, you sound pretty loud yourself. We don't hear no raindrops coming in with you. You. So what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? All right, man. I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining there, 10-4. 10-4, you. Well, I'm doing right so far. I was on a job to where everything was going wrong. That I was. Yeah, all kinds of opposition. Everything's okay. Everything's all right. No problem. Damn, war.
You know.
Anyway, I just want to raise my hand. I just got finished doing my exercise and turn on the radio and say hello. Yeah, that's right. Anything new up that way? Yeah, everything's good. Hey, Natural High, have you heard from Johnny 501? 501, I think he retired. That's the last thing I heard. He's now retired from the TV. Oh, no. How do you retire from CV? Yeah, I tried to call him a couple of times to see how he's doing. But no answer. Hey, you wonder about it all. You wonder about it all. Yeah. I think he went into the ham radio. Yeah, 10-4. I think also Gumby went to the ham radio too. Yeah, but I hear from Gumby. He sends me a lot of text messages. You know, he likes to send me little snippets and links and different things like that. Points of interest, Roger. Yeah. Well, we got good ones and, we got good ones and then leave us. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think Gumby retired from CB also. Anyway, take care of yourself and you be safe and the rest of the crew. You be safe. Tell the crew I say hello. And I'm glad to be here one day at a time. That's right. Three's around the house there. Natural High, do stop in. Night train, base station, quiet. Hey, you owe me one. You have to call me and let me know how you're doing, all right? 10 Roger. All right, then. All right, there. Man, it's nice to hear your voice. All right, you be safe, all right? Take care and be safe. Natural High, 241. Check. Hello, Natural High, Ed. Good night from Skippy. Now, Skippy, anything new, man? As far as like radio equipment? Yeah, toys, things, and stuff. Yeah, I like watching the NHL playoffs. They're really aggressive this year with the playing, but they don't get into like the fist fights like they used to. And actually, my team's on right now, but I'm out here talking to you guys instead. Isn't that kind of bad? You know, if you're out here talking to us and the game going on in there. Yeah, but anyway, big skips watching the Iron Pigs, the minor league baseball team. And as far as the equipment, I got a Pride KW. Let's see, which one is that? Pride got a couple little things out there. Let's see, what's it got? Got a 4CX250B. Just one? Yes, sir. Don't that thing put out quite a bit? A little bit.
you can always change the tube out in it and get, to a 400. You get like 900 watts out, BEP. But I'm not looking to do that.
So, Roger, what's it take to drive it, Skippy?
Not right.
Up to 100 watts, but I don't know what the bare minimal is. I'm still cleaning it up and restoring it.
So, Roger, does it work?
I didn't fire it up yet.
You're replacing the caps and cleaning up the board and everything, replacing the diodes and stuff?
Yeah, I was just doing a cleanup. And I gotta get a piece of paper out and write down the capacitors. We got them on reference, so I know what to order when it doesn't work or whatever. I don't know if it works yet. So.
Is that a Prime?
Yep.
Yeah, I had one of them back in the day. Pride, I think it's DX1200 or something like that, with the one of them tubes in there, and that was a 4-watt maximum input on that.
Yeah, this isn't the DX300, so we talked about that, and I said that was one of the amps that I was always looking for. So anyway, I got the KW1, which is different. It's made later on. It was made for high drives, so you had to put close to 100 watts into it, but I think you can still put 60 watts into it and be fine.
Yeah, that's a single. Still, it's a single 4CX250. It's only going to put out 250 to 300 watts. And I know these things only take 3-4 watts to drive them to full output. So wow, there must be some kind of attenuator on the input or something. Seems kind of silly to have that high input power for, not that high of an output power in relativity. But yeah, that's a low drive, high output tube. That CX250.
Yeah, it's got a few resistors in there to attenuate the input. So you basically pads down the input. But yeah, that's what it was made for, because the FCC changed the rules and the amplifiers had to be at least 100 watts input. And they couldn't have 10 meters anymore. But yeah, it's like a 650 watt tube.
No way.
650, but
Not really.
I don't expect more than
Yeah, it's not gonna do that.
watts out of a 250.
10-4.
Roger.
Oh, P, you watergating tonight?
Yep. Every Wednesday that I'm here on Classic Radio Roundup, there's the Watergate rolling.
I tell you what, that rain must have attenuated the skip. Speaking about attenuators, Skippies.
I think we got hit with a solar storm here recently.
Let's see, I came in and they all decided to be quiet and be, gentlemanly as I was in here.
Roger that, yeah. With your necktie and your, bow tie. Toshibas, yeah. Turner, Super Sidekick.
I got 6146s and shove yank, plate modulating 6146s.
Shove, yank, up and down, in and out. I'm confused.
That's the yin and yang of it, baby. Hey, P, do you know which tubes the Sonar have in shove yank?
I think they're 6AQ5s, if memory is correct, but don't rely on mine. You'd be better off relying on baggers. And I don't have my SAMs for that model no more, so there's that. But I'm pretty sure they're 6AQ5s, which is plenty of audio. Wait till you see a pair of 1625s sitting there and shove yank. You won't look at another 6AQ5 ever. Not when you see 1625s. They're beautiful.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, this is just the CB, right? I still like this radio, though, man. I like this radio a lot.
Oh, yeah. There's nothing not to like about it. The circuitry's good. Sounds great.
Both going and coming. I wish it had more knobs on it, but it don't.
Sometimes you don't need knobs. All it got to do, does it sound good going out? Does it sound good coming in? Does you hear it all without any noise? Ah, yeah, it's a winner. Don't need extra knobs.
Yeah, it's got 4 knobs down the bottom and 1 knob up top. That's it. That's all she wrote.
That's all it needs.
It do have a button for a noise limiter. I'll make sure I leave that off.
If they needed other knobs, they would have put it on.
Yeah, apparently it don't need another knob. Maybe I could put another knob on that rascal in the back.
What kind of knob would you put on it?
I don't know, Skippy. I don't know. A tone control knob. Can you imagine that? Yeah, there you be talking. Nowhere to hit the circuit, though.
You know, I see that FS23 and, I always think about it every time I see one.
They're good radios.
I'm thinking to myself, well, you got the 40 channel model. You don't really need another sonar. That's what I have to tell myself, you see. And but I'm gonna tell you a little secret. The FS23 is a better radio than the 4023. It is. It's a better radio because at that time the FCC hadn't put the restrictions on them, and they came from the factory with this big bad modulation and no limiters.
I see. Yeah, I was always interested in the 23 channels, so that's a good thing. But yeah, one of these days I'll get around to it.
Yeah, that radio was born without limiters, whereas with this one, it has limiters in it. But that FS23 got all of them beat. In fact, they had the other little models before that, the G, and I think it was a H, and different ones. And then there was the 23. Then after the 23, there was a 2330, and then a 2340. Well, the 23 itself is like the Mark III. No frills, man. All radio. Guts. Good circuit. The 23 is the best one. The reason why I got the 4023 was because I wanted them 40 channels.
Yeah, you really didn't need it, but you bought it.
Yeah, just to say it got 40 channels, Skippy,
Yeah, well, that would be a collector thing, too. If you, bought the one with the 40, you could say, oh, I got the 40 channel one, I guess.
Train.
Yeah, P.
Yeah, think about it. The 40 channel tube radios that are out there, that's a select club,
I know, because they're limited. And then there's a group of people who don't believe it ever should have happened. with a PLL and tubes underneath for the same chassis. Transistors on the same board as tubes. Well, and there's other people who thought, hey, this right here is the bee's knees.
I personally think it's the bee's knees. It's like what you really need from the modern technology, and you got all the best of the old technology, which is the tube audio. And you mix those two together, you got a pretty good radio. But it is a select club. There's not a whole lot of, tube chassis 40 channel PLL radios out there. Just a select club.
Yeah, the little Shakespeare and the Yellowbird. Well, that's the Panasonic chassis, which to me they're all the same, just different faces. And then there's this 4023. I'll be honest with you, I don't know of many more. Tram has 40 channels, but it's not PLL. The Mark IV has 40 channels. Yeah, that's legit. So yeah, you're right. There's only a few. The Stoner is only sideband, so that doesn't count. Yeah, absolutely correct. And there's another little club, Pete. The ones that have transistorized board and tube finals.
Yeah, the tube finals, that's just tube amplification. To me, what matters is the tube audio section. Not how the RF is amplified, but how the audio is made. To me, the tubes in the audio section are the important difference. Not to say that it's not kind of cool that they did RF final output, as tubes. But the whole package of high-level plate modulated hollow state. But yeah, you named them all. The Mark IV and the 4A, the Tram, the D201A, and all the Panasonic chassis. I mean, there's a long list of those, but they're all, like you said, they're the same radio with cosmetic and minor differences. So yeah, it's a small club. The Sonar that you got, I can't think of any that you didn't mention.
The DAC.
The DAC's not a high level plate modulator. That's only a tube RF final.
No, there's a tube audio, and it has a tube final.
On the DAC.
Yes, got two separate tubes.
I was unaware that it was tube audio on a DAC. I thought they were just tube finals.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered if it was just a tube final.
Still, it's a small select club. There ain't many.
So I was going just for a tube final. I'd go for the Titan 4.
Yeah, I like the Titan 4. I had one.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you have another Titan also, like 20 years ago on Classic Radio Roundup?
I have one now. I still have my Titan. That thing's great. Love that radio. Good circuitry, nice receiver, loud audio.
Yes, I remember you were saying you were on one of those way back in the day, and I was always sandbagging.
Yeah, I still have it. Same one. I've probably had it close to 20 years. Love my Tram Titan.
I think I remember you had a Diamond 60 also, right?
No, never had nope. The only Trams I've ever had is a Titan 3, a Titan 4, and a Titan.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought you had a 60, unless it was somebody else.
Renegade has a Titan D60.
I gotcha.
What's his name? I think also Lightning Rod.
I think Wayne has a D40 and a D60. Didn't Gumby have one of them models too?
many radios that he talked to me on over the years I don't remember.
Hey, Gumby got one of the largest radio collections among the CBers.
Like Quarter Wave Dave's collection.
Who's got Quarterwave Dave's collection?
I guess his wife does, but he was always on a different radio.
I got a D17 and a D62.
You sank my battleship, break.
Joker.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Joker. Good evening. He barges in like Norm from Cheers.
What happened to you, Bite Buster? You was a whole lot louder than that. What went wrong?
Norm.
There we go.
Hey, Joker, Bite Buster was asking about you, man. I'm gonna step aside and let you guys talk.
What's going on there, Bite Buster? Hey, you're getting in here pretty late. Yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends on how you look at it. Wednesday nights is open mic at the Valley Hotel with Phil Stahl. And the wife now has shown interest into music, so she wants to go up to the open mics. And so we go up to the open mics, and I get in here late. Well, I hope you're recording the session. No, I'm not even playing. I'm just there spectating. Well, I mean, videotaping her while she's up there singing. Okay, none of us are up there singing or playing. It's just she wants to go watch. Eventually, we'll be up there once we get our set together. But no, she just wants to go up, and it's also burger night. But no, we're not playing or anything. We're just up there supporting. Oh, I thought, man, you're taking that open mic and singing or something. No, I haven't done an open mic in 5 years. Well, you can do something simple, start out easy. Yeah, the problem is I can play guitar and I can play ukulele, but I'm a bass player, so standing up there and just playing and doing a song with just bass might be a little boring. Kind of like reading poetry or something to bass. Right. For my next score, and then you become William Shatner.
You need to find a guitar player, that's all, and just back them up on the music and then take turns singing.
I got one. He's my brother, and I've been playing with him since 1989. I just can't get his butt out of the house.
Aha, I see. Well, you have a guitar player, but you don't.
Correct. You just have to do like some of these big stars do, you pre-record the music.
Or you get, what are those things called now? The Intunes, or what the hell's it called? Some kind of gizmo.
Backing tracks? What am I, Britney Spears?
No, not backing tracks. They got that gizmo now that you can buy. Musicians, like, I forget what the heck it's called. I keep thinking Intune, but that's not right.
Called karaoke machine. I do have karaoke tracks to my disposal, but lately my band hasn't been doing much lately. So my brother and I, we have been working on open mic songs, but just haven't gotten together that we can go out and play yet. Well, which is sad because we've been playing together for so many years that we should just be able to walk out and play. You gotta wait like 3/4 of the night and then go up and play, because if you mess up, then nobody catches it. I'm not worried about messing up. That's the weird part is, like I said, my brother and I, there's songs that we've been playing together for 25 plus years. There's no way we should be messing these up, but it's just, I don't know. We just haven't got it together that we've, gone up to the open mics lately. See that? You get old, you get lazy. Yeah. Yep. It happens to all of us. You're kind of right.
kind of are a little bit lazy and complacent because we've done a lot of shows. Yep, the thrill is gone. And the back and the knees and the hearing. Well, I didn't mean to jump in there, so I'll be on the side there for a moment and listening in.
Good evening, Joker. Just to say hello.
Good evening, JR. And Bite Buster and Pete and Night Train, who has now recently become friends with an old friend of mine.
Countywide.
And for Roger.
Yeah, I miss hearing that Regency Imperial too.
Plus, those Regency Imperials are really good radios.
Yeah, I remember listening to you, and you'd say the 14, blue and glass tubes.
Yeah. Do two side bands at once with a suppressed carrier.
Yeah, it was interesting design in the old sideband radios, or I should say early sideband radios.
Yeah, and they were able to do it with tubes.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a all-tube sideband radio yet. That's something else on the bucket list.
Yeah, I've had a few. Still got a couple. All sideband, all tube radios.
Yeah, that one's always been on the bucket list of mine ever since I heard yours, but you always forget to look it up, and then if you do look it up, there's none there. You know how that goes when you are looking.
Yeah, or they want too stinking much money for them anymore.
And that.
And then you don't know how good it actually is or isn't, because they are, over 60 years old now. Well, or over 50, closing in on 60.
Yeah, about what year did they come out?
Like 67, 68, 69, somewhere in there.
I got you. I was thinking like 64, 65.
They were after 65, the first Imperial. Then the Imperial 2 came out, I think it was 68, 69.
I got you. Yeah, I like both of those radios, the way they look.
Yeah, there's very little difference between the two of them, really. The only difference between the two is the sideband clarifier for receive is like a geared reduction drive. It's a better feel on the clarifier, and it has a noise limiter. Other than that, they're the same radio.
I always like a noise limiter, so that's a plus.
Yeah, they work all right, but on those radios, you really don't need it.
I got you. It's high quality.
That's right.
But anyway, you'll have to fire up that Titan 3 sometime. That's a radio I've never heard anybody on the 11 meters before. The Titan 3.
Oh, well, you missed that. That was over 10 years ago. I don't have a Titan 3 anymore. All I have is my Titan.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Oh always liked the 2A.
Yeah, that would have been a nice one. I never got a hold of.
Yeah, the only thing with that is they're always for parts not working, you know, every time I see one.
Yeah, well, there's a tube sideband radio. Sandbagger has one of them.
Yeah, how many radios does Sandbagger have? He has to have a pretty good collection to compete with Gumby and Brainy.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good collection. Somewhere north of 30 radios.
Breaker.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late watching a movie, but this is Kilowatt. I hope everybody's doing good.
Top of the evening, Kilowatt. It's all good over here in the volcano crater.
Yeah, Roger on that.
Hello there, Mr. K. Old JR saying hello.
Hey, JR, how the hell have you been?
I'm like a shiny new wet nickel. What do you think?
Oh, well, at least you're a nickel. I'm the shiny penny then.
It all equals about the same these days.
Yeah, Roger on that. It ain't worth a damn.
Yeah, you can buy just about the same amount with it.
Yeah, Roger on that.
Which is just about nothing.
Yeah, Roger. All right, gentlemen, I'm just checking in before I hit the hay. Y'all have a good night. If I don't hear from anybody, I'll catch y'all next week.
Catch you later there, Kilowatt. Take care, my friend.
Roger on that, JR.
Hello, Kilowatt. Skippy waving.
Roger on that.
Yeah, and on that, I'm going to duck out slightly early tonight. Long day and all that jazz. So I'll turn it over to normal. Channel 1327-115 Radio Activity. This is your countywide radio, the Spitfire 441. Thanks for all the participants on Classic Radio Roundup.
Catch you later, P. Have a good one. Good to hear you in there. As always, it wouldn't be no fun without you. See you later. Bye.
See you later there, Pete. See you later there, Kilowatt Rooster here.
Catch you guys later.
Take care, Spitfire. We don't like normal. We like the classic radio.